Hi, it's your friend Marvin Stafford, the Smile Motivator. Good morning. It's Friday and I'm excited. Not as pumped as I was yesterday, but I am excited. I'm excited and a little sad. My daughter leaves for college today, and I'm going to meet her to see her off. 18 years went by so fast. My goodness. So I am excited and I'm feeling a little it's an end of an era and the beginning of a new one. But it's Friday. I want to say thank you to Melba Wiley for sharing my videos this week. And thank you to all the other smile motivators out there who have watched my videos and talked about my videos throughout this week. And don't forget, keep pressing forward, believe in yourself. I strongly believe that. But the quote of the day is today, I don't know who it's from, but I love it. It's such a good quote. It says, life is like a camera. Just focus on what's important and capture it. Develop the negative, and if things don't work out, take another shot. Yes! Woo! I like that. Oh, yeah, it's like a camera. Woo! Focus on it. Go for it. Develop the negative, and if it don't work out, baby, take another shot. Man, so many people have tried and failed things, but it's not about the fail. It's if you focus on the fail instead of focus on learning from the experience, it will be a negative experience. But if you learn, if you take what you experience, even in the fail, in the slip, the fall. I won't say the failure, but the slip and fall. But you learn so many things. I suggest journaling. What went right? What went wrong? What you will repeat and duplicate? What you will cut out? And it's all a growing process. It's all growing. I'm seeing my glare in my glasses. I'm sorry about that, y'all. But it's all a growing process. I really am enjoying this process, talking to you every morning throughout the week, and giving you insights that I have learned and experienced over the years. Let's see here. We've been talking about adversity and in the midst of believing in yourself. That's been the topic all week. Believing in yourself and how it's important to talk to yourself and build yourself up and have those people around you who do the same. And maybe even those who you can inspire and motivate, because that builds up your character, your fortitude, your growth as well. And if you don't have that, God has already spoke. You know what? Let me see if I can adjust this and get this right. Has already spoke over your life. Has already said some awesome things about you. So dig into those things. Pull up scriptures that can speak to your inner. God says, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. So you can go after those things to help with that doubt. We also said yesterday that you have to look for the positive. Look for the positive experience. Like I said, write down what you learned. Look for the positive. Look at the silver lining. It's not all bad. And God is not about taking us out of problems. If the problem is life-threatening, sometimes he will move it out. But even sometimes he'll sit with you. I've seen reports of the cancer patients that went through horrible things, but ultimately were brought out. Some didn't. Some were brought out, and some, they went home to glory. It's all about the process. It's the process that builds in us the character and strength and all that makes us strong enough to stand where God has taken us. We said also about remembering your purpose, why you're doing what you're doing, why that calling has been in you and won't go away. Remember that. Remember who put it in you. If God put it in you, you can't fail. You might have to go through some things and struggle, but this life is about the struggle. In this life, you will have struggles, but take courage. I have overcome the world. Take heart. I've overcome it. I've did it. So you can do it. And I'll be with you. That's what the Lord says. So today, I just want to go over a little bit with you. I'm not going to be long with you. The last two things in this week is look for the humor and prepare yourself. Okay, so when you're looking at your situation, there is a quote that I found extremely funny. It says, laughter is the best medicine. But if you're laughing for no reason, you may need medicine. Woo! That's a funny quote. And it made me laugh because about the needing medicine part, because I talk to myself. I talk to myself all the time when I'm doing something. I say, who are you talking to? I'm talking to myself. And that's a general way of saying I am organizing my thoughts. Because I have dyslexia and I have Erlens, my thoughts are cluttered. And most people think that dyslexia is a reading disability. Well, it's more like a mental organization disability. So when it displays itself mostly when you're reading, people can see it because your brain might see one thing, but it's processing another. But it also works for processing situations too. You might get into a fog, or you might be stopped because your brain is trying to process something and organizing thoughts that is trying to process. Yeah, so it's organizing thoughts it's trying to process. And when I speak to myself, when my mind speaks to my brain or my mind speaks to my body, I'm verbally giving it tags and I'm organizing it. So that really is what made me laugh, because I'm talking to myself and I crack myself up all the time. Or maybe I need some medicine. But yeah, humor. It's all about focusing and priorities and all that, yes. But you can't be so one-sided that you can't find humor and laugh at situations and at yourself. It refreshes the spirit. It gives you, it makes light, it releases stress. It does all these things to help you push forward in those times where adversity is coming against you. At times when you don't feel that you're doing the right things because you're not getting the right results. When things get difficult, it helps with to just, it's life. Life, it throws challenges at us. And we can't be so serious about life that we forget to have fun. If you're going to go on this journey to follow your dreams, inspiration, aspiration, motivating, calling, you have to understand it's a part of your life. And you have to have that balance. Yes, be focused. Have tunnel vision. Go for the best part. Continue to grow. But you have to also find the humor in difficult situations. Also, when you're doing that, prepare yourself. Now, I've told you when I first started that I often look back and are very disappointed sometimes in myself about those 8 years, that from 2012 till now, 8 years, when I started Smart Motivation, I was just kind of, I was having a conversation with a friend of mine. We had dinner the other night about this year and the whole COVID-19 pandemic. And I said, if maybe if it hadn't have been for this pandemic, I wouldn't have started. It's a possibility I wouldn't have started. It's a possibility I wouldn't be as serious. And it is a possibility. What this experience has done for me is give me time to reflect. And in reflecting the other night, I realized I may have been waiting 8 years, but God wasn't waiting in those 8 years. He was preparing me. And as I analyzed it and thought back over the time, He was preparing me, putting things into me. I was reading things. I was in counseling for that person, that man I used to be, the one who didn't communicate, the one who had a problem turning his emotions into words. I was reading books, talking to experts, developing myself and developing my character. In those 8 years, God has built me up enough to stand now. And what that has taught me also, He is continuing to build in me to make me strong enough to stand where in the next chapter of my life. When you're following your dreams, when you're running after your calling, understand, don't get upset about the time that you waited. There are some things as going on in you that God is working out that you have no idea that's going on, and you won't see it till later. And some of the stuff you may not understand at all. But what you can do while you're in a process of building, your process of moving forward, starting small, continue to prepare yourself for where you want to be. A really good friend of mine, I call him a good friend because we don't talk often, but he's such a genuine person and sees the genuineness in me. He is a master barber. His name is Dennis Simmons here in Houston. He is a master barber. And I've saw him before when he cut hair, but I didn't see him for a period of 3 or 4 years. And when I saw him again, his skill level had increased so much that I couldn't understand. I had to ask him, how did you get so good? He said, while most people are strengthening their strengths, I focused on strengthening my weaknesses to become a more rounded and developed artist. I focused on my weaknesses and I made my weaknesses my strengths. And in that process, my strengths became even stronger. That's what I'm doing. That's what this whole process is teaching me. That's what I understand that God was working on me in those 8 years. So I tell you, believe in yourself. Lift yourself up. Get around people that lift you up. Believe what God says about you. Remember why you're doing this thing. Look for the humor in all of it. Find the humor and prepare yourself, because we have somewhere to go. We have something where to be. We have something to do. And we need to get started. Hey, I'm your friend Marvin Stafford, the Smile Motivator. And I'm reminding you that we are staying motivated in life eternal. Have a great and awesome day today. You have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. Take care now.